Almost live.
Okay, tell me when we're live.
60%, 100%. We are live. Or at
All
least
right.
we should be live, maybe.
You want to do the intro?
There we go. Okay,
I can hear myself on the stream. Perfect.
let's go.
Okay. You want me to
Alright.
do the intro or you want to do it?
Right now it says there's only one person watching. Oh wait, two people?
Two watching.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright. That's probably including you. I don't know if I count.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay, if that second person, we're just gonna hang out here for maybe a few minutes to see if any other
Alrighty.
people show up before we start. But yeah, this will be a podcast on the tragic history of Lamborghini, which, if you didn't know, is actually quite an accurate title because they are very up and down.
They shouldn't be here today.
Technically, yeah.
Yup.
You can just imagine Mr. Ferruccio Lamborghini. He's like, oh no, we have no money.
All right, we got
We
three
need the
people watching.
money.
I say we start now because then we can add it to your playlist
Okay.
when we're done.
Yep. Alright, so
Start your topic.
we said this earlier. Tragic history of Lamborghini. But to first learn about that, we have to go and learn about the guy who started it all, Ferruccio Lamborghini. Fun fact, he actually was like the top-notch tractor maker before he started making cars.
He was quite the mechanic, manufacturer.
So, he was born on April 28th, 1916. His parents were farmers, but Ferruccio quickly decided he wanted to do something mechanical. He eventually attended school in Bologna and focused on technical subjects. Later, when World War II broke out, he was enlisted in the Italian Air Force, where he eventually became a British prisoner of war. Once the war ended, Mr. Lamborghini decided to manufacture tractors for the much needy population of Italy, since they had lost the war. Mr. Lamborghini decided... Wait. Alright. We messed up the script already. Oopsie
Okay.
daisies.
We're good. Happens.
Yeah, his business of making tractors actually really took off, and he very soon became wealthy from his super tractors. And actually, they were pretty good. Like, the stats on his tractors are better than nowadays top-of-the-line tractors. Like, this man, tractor genius right here. Brendan, do you want to read a little bit?
Oh yeah. So when he was rich, he bought a fancy sports car, many people know as the Ferrari. He thought that they were too noisy and the suspension was too stiff, but most of all, he hated the customer service. When he had too much of his car, he called Ferrari, but Enzo did not take the call well, and he told Lamborghini to go back to making tractors and let him, or Ferrari, make the cars. So he was not happy about this. He went back and he decided that he wanted to make the rival car to Ferrari, a better one, called Lamborghini. So
Actually,
in 1963,
you're wrong. Lamborghini Automobili.
Yes.
And in the same year that it was started, which was 1963, he built his first prototype, which was the 350 GTV. It was front-engined, rear-wheel drive, just like most fancy cars of that age. And he wanted it to be a GT touring car. So it wasn't super fast. He actually told his engineer to down-tune the engine so that it wouldn't be like a Ferrari. So that went through, but he didn't actually have the money yet to produce it. So he kept building his tractors. And then finally, in 1964, the first 350 GT, not the GTV, was rolled off his new production line. And they made 120 GTs. And then it was a big sellout. He had a lot of customers wanting more. So he made the 400 GT, which is not much different, just some newer technology. And then he made the Lamborghini Miura, which was by far the craziest car the world had ever seen at that point.
And it had a rear-engined, rear-wheel drive layout.
Yeah, being rear-engined, it gave the Miura more traction, better power efficiency because it didn't have to. When a car that's front-engined is giving out power through the crankshaft and the transmission, and then has to go through a drive line, and his car, since it was already mid-engined, it did not have to go to a drive line. It just went right to the wheels, so it made the power more efficient. So yeah, and then
Kind of like a spaceship.
yeah, it was pretty fast. I mean, it was smoking. You know what I mean? It was like.
Most people will say that that's the first well-known Lamborghini.
Yeah, no, it really was. Some people think it's the first, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, because they had the GT and the GTV.
Yeah. So after the Miura, he made several more cars, but they weren't anything special really. He made some prototypes and production cars, including the Espada, the Israelo, the Yarma, and the Urraco.
And then the next big car that he made was the Countach.
Yeah. It's a very well-known car, actually.
Had a jagged body style. Couldn't really find a car that looked like it.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
It had a V12.
This one is like even more special than the Miura probably.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the next 2 decades, they use the same design language. And Lamborghini still does. But for the next 2 decades, most car companies started doing the jagged design, which was like the popular late 70s, 80s cars. Those were all pretty much inspired by the Countach.
And something funny about it, the wing was too big to be legal, so the dude, and I think it was some sort of manufacturing area, just after inspecting them, he literally just nailed them in, and then it was fine.
Dude, could you imagine being that guy and your boss is like, "Oh yeah, Mario, I want you to nail the wing on the car after the inspection." And you're like, "Yes, sir."
Exactly. Yep.
After this great success, however, Ferruccio Lamborghini sold Automobili Lamborghini in 1972 to the Swiss man George Henry Rossetti. This was because of a collapse between the Bolivian government and Lamborghini's tractor company. They were going to do something like, I forgot the number. I feel like he was about to sell them like 3,000 tractors or something.
And it ended up losing him a lot of money that he was counting on to keep the car company going.
Yeah, because at this point, Lamborghini was costing him. It wasn't actually making him any money.
They started on like a downhill slope.
Yeah, no, after Rossetti bought it, they just went down fast.
Yeah.
In fact, they went down so fast that they became almost worthless due to their debt that kept accumulating. Because they were in this predicament where they didn't have the money to make a new car, but to get money, they had to make a new car. And it, like, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
So they begged companies and other rich people. At this point, it's not Ferruccio. Ferruccio's kind of out of the story now. Yeah, so just very rich people and big companies to invest in them so that they can make a new car. There was one point where they were not owned by anyone, and they were so far in debt that everything stopped. Like, it was basically not a company anymore.
Yeah, production, marketing, all of it.
They didn't necessarily go bankrupt. They just weren't doing anything. The future looked really bad. They owed money to others, but they couldn't make any money until in 1987, when the Chrysler Corporation bought Lamborghini for $25.2 million US. Now,
that's even more today than it was back then.
No, that's super low. I mean, that's really low.
Like,
because
in today's standards, 25.2 million would be worth a lot more than it would be back then, because like prices have gone up on everything.
Well, yeah. No, it was. You could
for a car
literally
company,
buy. Well, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of money, but for a whole company that's been making cars, that's like nothing.
Yeah.
That's like pennies. Because you couldn't even buy like a car dealership for 50 million back then.
And most manufacturers are worth like billions now.
Yeah. But yeah, Chrysler Corp bought them. And they gave hope to Lamborghini. Like, they gave them money so that they could make the next car, which was the Diablo. It was produced in 1990. It stood by the Diablo was like the ultimate Lamborghini because it had all the new stuff in it, but it stuck to that really kind of jagged design. But it was different than the Countach because
it was same kind of build, like cosmetic type jagged body,
but it was a heck of a lot faster.
Yeah.
I don't actually know. If anyone watching knows this, just put it in chat or something. I don't know if it was the same V12 that they used.
It easily could have been.
Yeah. It could have been the same V12 they used in the Countach, but I don't know. Yeah, unlike the Countach that did not go super fast, the Diablo could go 200 miles an hour, which in 1990 was pretty fast. I mean, I know the McLaren F1 and stuff like that was a lot faster, but for a car company that was basically non-existent, that's not bad. and it was only developed in 3 years. So,
Hmm.
Chrysler Corp eventually decided after the Diablo they did not want Lamborghini anymore. So then Lamborghini was up for sale again. This time sold
Bought
to
by
V
Megatech.
Power. No, wait.
It was Megatech first, and then V Power.
Oh yeah, you're right. And then it was
Mycom.
Sedco.
Edco. Yeah.
So all three of those companies, Megatech, V Power, and Sedco, did literally nothing with Lamborghini. Like they just owned them and then gave them back away.
Hmm.
Yeah. In 1990 though, Volkswagen Group bought Lamborghini from Sedco, which is like a big deal because then and even now the Volkswagen Group is like massive. I mean, we're talking probably, I don't really know. I'd say 30 to 50% of cars on the market are part of the Volkswagen Group. But,
Yeah.
um, yeah, Audi bought them, which was under the Volkswagen Group. And they actually gave
German
hope
too.
to, they really started investing in Lamborghini. And they made the Murcielago, which is a really cool car. Probably one of my favorite cars ever,
Good
actually.
looking car too.
Super fast. The engine in that thing sounds so good. Like,
It was the
unbelievable.
V12 still, right?
Yeah, no. Um, what they did do, though, what the Volkswagen Group did, they introduced the V10 line, which included the Gallardo and the Huracan later on. It was more of a affordable Lamborghini, if you could say that. It's still not even close to affordable, but it was not as expensive, not as fast, two less cylinders, which I mean, I don't really think that cares, but um, so yeah, they made the Murcielago and the Gallardo, and the Gallardo sold like a lot of cars. Like there were
Yeah.
so many Gallardos sold.
I can look up the amount sold right now. Hold on.
Yeah, do that. I'll just keep going. Um, since they sold so many Gallardos, they decided they weren't going to give up on Lamborghini, and they were just going to keep going. You know, I just realized something.
They sold 8,205, and that was in 1 year
No, I think that was in
in 2019.
just in
That was
2019.
recently. That was
Well,
recently.
not
That was
2019. That
just in
must be
2019.
Huracans, because they stopped using the Gallardo in like 2014. That was when the Huracan came out, and now we're up to the Huracan Evo.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong one. It was the Lamborghini Gallardo. The total sold of them was about like 20,000, and that's a lot for a expensive car like that.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a lot. I mean, this is the first time that anyone actually made money off Lamborghini. Um, so yeah, Volkswagen Group kept working with Lamborghini to make more cars into what it is now with the current lineup, which is the Aventador, which they introduced in 2011, and the
Very
Huracan.
popular car.
Yeah,
Huracan's the most popular out of all of
it's
them.
the most popular Lamborghini there ever
It's
was.
probably the most affordable one too, if I'm being honest.
Well, new maybe. Used, you can pick up a Gallardo for like 100 grand, which is still
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah. But for a lot of people's standards, that's a lot less than a supercar or hypercar would normally cost. Considering it's old though, it makes more sense.
Still though, I would take a Gallardo. Like, if I had 100 grand, I think that's the car I'd buy.
Yeah.
Oh, Volkswagen Group also made the special edition Lambos, like the Reventon, the Veneno, and the Centenario.
Centenario is my favorite. I love
No,
that
I'm
car.
telling you, the Venina's where it's at. It's
They're all
better.
good-looking cars. I love Centenario though.
Venina, I'm telling you, it's better. Anyways, yeah, they made those cars. Those were all like millions and millions of dollars, and they only made a few of each. And yeah, that was kind of the history of Lamborghini up to where we are now. But now they're starting new stuff like the Scion. Is that the replacement? I don't know.
And Lamborghini is now, his whole goal was to make a better car than Ferrari.
Which,
And they're having about even sales, it seems like. Like the numbers are fairly even
well,
for a yearly sale.
there's the people that buy them are so, like, they're so different.
Yeah.
Like, you can have people who are, I mean, oh, Lego made a Scion?
Yeah.
They did? Or was that a Chiron? Because they sound similar.
I'm not sure.
Lego
Ferraris
Scion.
to today at least. They're
Oh, there
still more
is-
expensive than Lamborghinis.
There's a
overall.
Technic Scion.
A Technic Scion.
Yeah. That's weird, though, because it's not even released to the public yet.
Huh.
There is a problem I have with the new Scion, though.
What is it?
It's like, it's not gonna be a naturally aspirated V12, which is, it sucks, because every staple Lamborghini car, from way back when they started to right now, has been a naturally aspirated V12, and they're known for that because they sound really, really, really good.
Yeah.
But now it's gonna be either forced injection or a hybrid system, I think.
Hybrid.
I think I'd be okay with forced injection, but not hybrid.
A hybrid in a Lamborghini.
Dude, no, thank you. I don't like
weird.
that. Anyways,
I mean, whether you like electric or not, Texas, Tesla is a really successful company.
okay. I don't know who's still watching, but put in chat if you think Tesla sucks. Because if you do, I totally agree. 100%. Because, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say why electric cars suck.
No hybrid engine sounds good.
Well, then again, I mean, some do. Like the 918, the P1, and the LaFerrari all had hybrid systems.
Really?
I think the
I didn't know the
i8.
P1. I did not know the P1 had a hybrid.
Yeah, no, they all do. All three of the Holy Trinity.
Huh.
Cybertruck
Cybertruck.
ruined. Okay, I agree. I totally
Yeah.
agree. But I didn't like Tesla from the first place. Because they, like, there's something about a car not having an engine that's just, ugh. Like, I cannot take it. I cannot take it. It's just, it has no feeling. It has no soul, you know? If that makes any sense.
Some of those Teslas are really fast, though.
I mean, they're all fast. I think the Tesla Model S P100D is literally the fastest 0 to 60 car that's in production right now.
The Tesla Roadster is also super fast.
I don't know how they're going to do that rocket thing.
Yeah.
Dude, the rocket thing on the Tesla Roadster, that seems impossible.
I'm not sure how that would work.
Yeah, I don't know. I
But-
mean,
Anyways,
you can't put a rocket engine in a... That just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. But, yeah, there we go. That was the history of Lamborghini. Kind of in a nutshell, but some
hopefully
detail.
you guys enjoyed.
Oh, also, RIP Ferruccio Lamborghini. Rest in peace, my guy. Except, why would you do that to your company and just leave them?
Yeah.
Straight up.
I don't know. Some dumb decisions.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes. I agree. Car needs sound. It's safer that way. You can hear a car with an engine coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. But there's more than that. It's because it has no soul. It has no feeling. You don't... It's hard to explain. There's something about an engine that gives a car, like, life. And electric cars just don't have it.
It's just the noise it makes, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the enjoyment you get out of, if you own a super hypercar, the enjoyment you get out of starting the engine and hearing that big
Exactly.
sound. Yeah.
That's exactly it. Well, yeah.
All right.
I think that's it. So,
Thank you guys for coming and watching.
yeah, thanks for watching.
Hopefully you learned something about
Yes,
Lamborghini.
it was a joke. Hey, that cannot be a joke. It has to... No, wait. What was a joke? What was a joke? Wait, no, you can't... Wait. What?
Whatever.
Yeah, okay. You better not have been, like, saying that electric cars are good. Because Cars with an engine. Yeah, but which one was a joke? Because, like...
Cars with an engine are...
Was it a joke in... As in, yes, electric cars don't have any feeling?
It's safer that way. You can hear an engine coming.
If you don't get them, never mind. Okay.
Are you gonna put out a poll like next week sometime for the next episode? Hopefully
Yeah.
Austin will be able to make it.
Anybody watching, you should vote for Lancia versus Audi. Because
That's what they
pretty
want to
sick.
do. But ultimately, we're gonna let his subscribers choose because it's what they want to watch.
Oh, okay. Alright, random. I got it. But electric cars are not good. But okay. Anyways, I think that's it for this stream.
That's about it.
So, thank you for watching. And goodbye.
All right, bye.